Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign. Today we are back in talking about New World, and now this has been a subject that's been talked about quite a lot over the past couple of days since it was posted by Marks on the Reddit forum of the sort of data mined pictures or the stuff they got from the open beta on the different armors and the face masks and stuff that came up. Now there's been a lot of videos that have been going around, and mostly people are talking about how the microtransactions armors look better than the armors that you get in the game. Now, there was a post by Marks, I do believe it was Marks who did say that there are and there is other armors available that will be able to be gotten from looting that aren't part of the microtransactions or anything like that. He didn't release those because he wanted people to figure them out and find them out themselves. And that's as far as I know on that front, but there's no proof of any of that, so we won't take that into consideration for just yet. Now, a lot of the videos are, as I said, complaining that the actual armor is a lot better than the stuff you'd get. Now, I'd like to put a little bit of a counter argument to that. If they didn't look good, why would anyone buy them? They obviously have to look good. The game obviously has to make money. The game, yes, has a buy to play option. It has no subscription. It has an in-game shop. And if they don't have skins that people are willing to buy, which means they have to look good, then they're going to have to add other microtransactions to the game that could be a hell of a lot bloody worse. If the skins do well and the cosmetics do well at the beginning, they won't feel the necessary need to actually go forward with some of the other microtransactions later on that they have talked about, including some subscription-based stuff they've talked about. They've talked about quicker XP, more gold, etc., etc. Just some bonuses, some quality of life sort of microtransactions that they were talking about selling in the past. Now, I am not opposed to cosmetic armor looking better than the in-game armor at all. If I like an armor piece in the microtransaction store, I'm gonna buy it. I don't have an issue with that, and I don't know why so many people have issues with that completely when they're playing an MMO for free after they buy it. So it's not like we're not talking about a single player game here where you're going to be playing for 15 to 30 hours after you buy it. An MMO can sometimes last for years afterwards, and you won't have to pay into that game at all after you've bought it. That's the way that their subscription model is going. There is no subscription. And my previous experience doing with the like mobile MMOs and other MMOs that I've actually covered on the channel, and other like my vast years of playing and seeing the complaining of the player bases over the time, people want everything for free and they want all the best stuff for free. Now, I'd probably be more happy if the game did have a subscription service, because if the game had a subscription service from the beginning, we would get updates on a regular basis because they will have a flat income, and that's always been the way for MMOs. Now, when a game is free to play after you've obviously bought to play it, so there's the differences are like the buy to play, which you just pay for the actual copy of the game and then you play for free afterwards. You got free to play, which means the game is free, but there are a lot of restrictions with the microtransactions and a lot of limiting factors on if you can do like story stuff. And I would much rather prefer having the skins, as I said previously, than having all these other kinds of nasty microtransactions that could really ruin a game. So I'm not really fussed about having these different things in there. But what we're going to do now, we're just going to go and have a look. I know you guys have probably seen these, but I just want to give my sort of impressions real quick on what they actually look like and what I think they're for. Now, the first up, we have obviously the mummy set. We're going to have the armors we're going through. Now, for me personally, I believe that these are going to be sort of the in-game shop for Halloween event. It just seems like it would be fitting that way. Now, I'm not a massive fan of this mummy one. I hate one side shouldered armor. Like, I hate only having one side done. Asymmetry drives me up the bloody wall. But I do like the rest of it. The headpiece you can take off, but the rest of this actually looks pretty decent. I like the coloring. I like the blue and gold going together with the wrappings. I do love a bit of wrappings, especially my armor, but the face might be a little bit much, and I really do not like the one-sided shoulder. That really drives me up the wall, as I've said already. It just winds me up. Now, next up, we have the Lich King / Lord of the Rings Wraith / whatever the hell's going on here. I do not like this. I don't like the headpiece. The chest piece is quite decent. We can't see what the legs and boots look like. I like the coloring, but that helmet just seems a bit too much for me. I wish they had cloaks in this game. Like, I wish that was a thing, that they actually had cloaks in the game, because I don't like having your full back hanging out. I don't know why in games, if there's cloaks, I really enjoy using cloak. Next up, we have this weird thing that is absolutely horrible. Like, I know it's fitting with the times and the settings, and like, purple is just the I win color, and I really am not a fan of it, to to be honest. I don't like the hat all that much. Face mask looks amazing. I do love the face mask. If that was maybe in a hood and get rid of the old frilly neck majiggy thingy, then it might look really nice. It does have the asymmetry with the one shouldered armor, but it's not so in your face. The big old flowing metal gold shoulder that's flying out that you've got in this one over here, which is just, for me, I don't know, I just hate that. And lastly, we have the Vampire Count with his nice little circle glasses, looking a bit like John Lennon over here with his little top hat and his glasses. I do like the armor. It's very vampire-esque. It's very sinister dark. It kind of looks like it'd fit within the Syndicate. A lot of these actually feel like they're more fitting towards the Syndicate than any of the other ones. It just, for me personally, that's what it feels like. There's not really any sort of faction type stuff going on here. But you got the mummy, you got the skeleton, you got the weird metal face dude, and you got the vampire. I mean, everything screams that it's going to be coming in October around Halloween. So we probably won't be seeing these instantly straight away. It might be part of an event or leading up to Halloween, and then they'll have some more stuff going on. I don't mind Halloween events as long as it keeps within the actual feeling of the game, as long as it keeps within the actual setting. So we're not going to have like some mental unicorns flying around shitting out rainbows. Hopefully none of that gets into the game. I don't want to be running around in Christmas Santa outfits and shit like that, but if they have a sort of medieval versions of this like they're trying to do here, which is quite nice, then I'm all for it. Otherwise, I really just hope they don't do any of that shit. We have some emotes going on here, the emote launch bundle, clapping, some juggling, some thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs to the side. I can't really decide which one I'm gonna go for. I'm watching you and I'm coming for you emotes there, which is pretty decent. If anyone enjoys emotes, I don't really give a shit about emotes, to be honest. I'm not the kind to run around and like teabag people after killing them in FPS games, and I'm not the kind of person to like do slit throat and all that shit. I just don't have the time for that. I want to kill one guy and move on to the next one. That's just what I personally enjoy doing. Now we're going to move on to the masks. Now the masks themselves are actually pretty nice. I am a fan of this first mask. I love a sort of druidic type armor set. If they had more, if they had a full druidic set with the hood, with the robes, with the leaves and stuff coming off of it, with some wooden stuff, maybe some wooden shoulders, with some wooden shin guards and stuff like that, sort of fitting with the aesthetic of this mask, I would buy it instantly. That's my cup of tea. I do love a druidic type thing. I'm not a massive fan of the demon mask. Now this is like, everyone loves this mask for some bloody reason. I have no idea why, with that weird ass Harry Potter scar in the middle of it. I am not the biggest fan of this type of cultural armor. It just doesn't feel like, it just doesn't fit for me personally. Like when it comes to an actual like war setting. These were used as decorative pieces when you were like doing like ceremonies and stuff. And those big ass horns are just like, I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. A lot of people do like it. I'm not a fan. And this one, I've just the half wooden thing looking like you're going to put it on and start spinning around and grow a green face. It definitely looks more like towards the sort of mask type thing. I mean, the mask is in Jim Carrey's The Mask, not the mask is in the mask. You know what I was saying. You know what I'm saying. Wasn't a massive fan. This one, like a lot of people do love. I personally like it, but I don't know what you'd fit it with. There might be some hooded stuff that you can try to get a hold of. The thing with me is I like to match my armor, especially when it has like, if we have a sort of transmog system where you can do like the individual parts and make it look really cool, then I'm okay with that. I hate having like random ass pieces. I'll never go into a shop like when I played Star Wars The Old Republic and just buy the headpiece of an armor. I'd have to buy the full set. Even if I don't use the full set, I buy the full set. So hopefully they have some other things that will sort of match towards fitting these things. Just like I like the older Angry Earth, the druidic type stuff. I really love that aesthetic, and I will be looking for those armor pieces in the game or on the store. I'm happy to buy some store stuff. It's not an issue for me personally. And lastly, we have the non-rainbow tiger. I mean, that rainbow tiger is absolutely fucking ridiculous. They just need to cut that out and just have the like standard stuff. This is a dark, twisted setting on a cursed island. We're not in happy-go-lucky land playing Hello Kitty world. We don't need rainbow tigers and all that bullshit. Just have your standard stuff, have it fit with the setting, and I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. It definitely looks a lot better. It looks like it'd fit in the setting. I mean, it depends on how big it is. Are we talking like a fully grown lion or a tiger, or are we talking about like a meaty house cat? I wasn't able to see it in any of the betas, so I'm not sure what they even look like outside when you put them in houses and stuff. I don't know if anyone has. I haven't checked out on it. I didn't do much of the house stuff. I was too busy testing out all the different mechanics. The housing wasn't really on my list of priorities to do during the tests. So, but as I was saying earlier, when it comes to actually having skins on the store, the aversion for people in their mind for some reason that the skins on the store should not be better than the skins that you get in the game is kind of silly, in my opinion. opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Let me know down below if it is your opinion that you should be getting better armor through playing the game. Now, there should be comparable armors. Like some of the hardest armors in the game to collect should be as good as the microtransaction pieces, but not every armor piece that you get in game should be as good as the stuff that you can buy off of the actual store. They need to make money. They need to entice people in, and it helps us from not getting the shitty microtransactions that we might get in the future. But anyway, I just wanted to really just go over that really quickly. I mean, I say really quickly, I've been recording for about 15 minutes, so it's not really like really quickly. I'm sure I'm going to be cutting that down quite a lot. But anyway, remember to like and sub if you haven't already. I'll be doing a lot of new world guides and stuff when the game actually launches. I won't be doing any guides before the game launches because I know Amazon Game Studio is going to chuck up a crap load of changes that we're going to need to go through, and it's probably going to turn a lot of stuff upside down because the open beta was testing some really weird stuff. But make sure to look out for those guides in the future. We do have a company section set up in my Discord. If you'd like to join us, come in the actual Discord and ask to get the roles, and you'll get access to the company section of the Discord. We're going to be going Covenant. We're going to be on the US East servers, most likely on the Sanjiva server. That's what we've been playing on since the closed beta and the open beta, so it's probably going to be the same along those lines. I want to thank you all for watching. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.